In the heart of the desert, where the sun burns the sand and the wind howls like a wild beast, one name rises again: Rally R450 Dakar, born not just to ride, but to conquer every mile of the impossible. Now imagine you're standing on the edge of a golden dune, the horizon trembling with heat, and a silhouette emerges, sharp, powerful, and fearless. That's not a mirage. That's the Rally R450 Dakar roaring to life, a machine that doesn't know the meaning of retreat. This isn't a bike built for comfort zones. This is a warrior built for endurance, designed for the riders who laugh at challenges, who see every trail as a test, and every obstacle as an opportunity. The Rally R450 Dakar doesn't follow the road, it makes its own. It starts with its soul, a 449cc single-cylinder liquid-cooled engine tuned for the Dakar spirit. This engine isn't just about power, it's about persistence. It delivers an incredible 52 horsepower and 45 Nm torque, numbers that don't just impress on paper but dominate in real conditions. Twist the throttle and it doesn't roar, it explodes forward. Every gear shift feels like a promise kept, every acceleration feels like adrenaline injected straight into your veins. The Rally R450 Dakar isn't your average adventure bike, it's a race-bred monster fine-tuned for long-range expeditions. The fuel tank capacity of 30 liters means you can vanish into the wilderness for days. The mileage, around 28 km per liter if you keep it calm, but let's be honest, calm isn't why you're here. This bike dares you to push limits. Built around a lightweight aluminum frame reinforced with rally-grade protection, it stands tall, proud, and muscular. The design language screams aggression. Sharp LED headlamps shaped like falcon eyes, aerodynamic fairings that slice through desert winds, and a stance that says, "I was born on Dakar tracks." Every bolt, every curve has a reason, to survive the brutal landscapes of the world's toughest rallies. And when it comes to suspension, oh, Rally R450 Dakar plays in another league. With fully adjustable 48mm KYB inverted forks at the front and a high-travel monoshock rear, it devours rocks, jumps, and sand dunes like a predator. You can fly, land, and fly again. This bike will never complain. Now let's talk about that sound. The exhaust note of the Rally R450 Dakar isn't just noise, it's an anthem. A deep growl that sends a message to the wild: the rider is coming. Each rev is a heartbeat that syncs with the rhythm of the open world. Inside the cockpit, you get a digital rally cluster, a high-contrast TFT display that reads GPS navigation, trip data, lap timing, and terrain elevation. Everything a rally rider needs to stay alive and ahead. And if you think this is all about raw performance, think again, there's refinement here too. Ride modes, off-road, enduro, and rally sport, tailor the throttle, traction, and ABS response according to your mood. One click and it transforms from a sand-eating beast to a trail-friendly explorer. Even the ergonomics are purpose-built. The seat height sits at 950 mm, tall enough for control, wide enough for long comfort. Handlebar positioning is rally-style upright, so whether you're seated or standing on pegs, balance is pure perfection. The foot pegs are rugged, wide, and anti-slip, ready for boots caked with dust and dreams. And yes, Rally R450 Dakar brings tech, Bluetooth connectivity, terrain assist AI, and adaptive lighting that adjusts with speed and angle. The headlamp beam expands when you lean into darkness, almost like the bike itself knows your next move. Now the question: how much does all this power cost? Officially, the Rally R450 Dakar is expected to launch around $10,999 USD, which in most markets converts to roughly 23.5 lakh rupees. Pricey? Maybe. Worth it? Absolutely. Because this is not just a motorcycle, it's a passport to freedom. You don't buy it to show off, you buy it to escape. And then, there are the hidden details that most riders never notice. The air intake system uses a dual-layer cyclone filter, inspired by real Dakar rally setups, which keeps performance alive even in dusty hell. The oil cooling system has a double flow channel, one for endurance heat and one for quick temperature drop during intense acceleration. Even the fuel injector system has been recalibrated to handle different octane ratings, meaning this beast can run anywhere in the world. One of its most fascinating hidden features is its built-in terrain memory. sensors that record the traction level and suspension feedback from your previous ride and subtly adjust damping and throttle response the next time you tackle similar terrain. It literally learns your style. The more you ride, the smarter it becomes. The Rally R450 Dakar is also equipped with a satellite emergency link system. If you ever go off track in remote deserts, it can ping your coordinates via low-orbit satellites. This is the kind of tech we once saw in military equipment. Now it's on a bike that's ready for adventure. But none of this would matter if it didn't look breathtaking. The R450 Dakar is a visual masterpiece. Red and matte black livery with golden suspension forks and a sharp rally windshield that gives it an unmistakable presence. It looks fast even when it's parked. Every detail whispers performance, from carbon fiber side panels to the laser-etched Dakar logo that glows subtly at night. Riding it feels less like a commute and more like a cinematic experience. The clutch is light yet responsive, gearbox short and precise, braking handled by dual-disc Brembo setup with cornering abs, but you can switch it off for full rally mode. On straight highways, it accelerates from 0 to 100 km/h in just 4.1 seconds. But on dirt, that's where it truly shows its fangs, stable, confident, fearless. And here's the real kicker. Rally R450 Dakar isn't just for pros. It's designed so even an intermediate rider can feel like a champion. Its balance, low center gravity, and traction assist system give you confidence to do things you never thought possible. You don't have to be a racer, the bike turns you into one. Let's talk emotion. When you sit on it, you feel taller. When you rev it, you feel unstoppable. When you ride it, you forget who you were, because Rally R450 Dakar transforms ordinary riders into legends of their own stories. And when you stop, you'll realize something deeper. This bike isn't just about the destination, it's about the man you become on the journey. It's said that every machine carries a purpose. Cars carry people, bikes carry souls, but Rally R450 Dakar carries dreams. It's for those who believe roads end but journeys don't. For those who still chase sunsets in silence. For those who believe dust is the perfume of victory. As night falls over the desert, you can still hear it somewhere out there, the sound of a lone engine, echoing through the dunes. That's the Rally R450 Dakar. Not resting, not slowing, just running wild like destiny itself. So, if you've ever looked at a road and thought, what's beyond that hill? This is your answer. Rally R450 Dakar isn't just built to ride, it's built to remind you what it means to be alive. Outro tone. Cinematic echo fade. This is not the end of the road. It's the beginning of your legend. Rally R450 Dakar. Ride beyond boundaries.